Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, a busy Monday coming up for Sarasota City Commissioners. Some hot topics coming up at that meeting, but for one community, a new dog leash ordinance has caused months of drama between neighbors. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us from Sun Circle Park in the Indian Beach Sapphire Shores neighborhood to explain why some owners believe dogs should be leashless, but others think it's a safety concern. Erica?
Good evening, Adam. Right now, I don't see any dog owners or their dogs out here right now, but some I spoke to earlier say that this park right here is unique. It's one of the ones that the city is considering as an exemption to require dogs, and they would not, for this park, have to have a leash at this park. Now, city commissioners are considering an ordinance requiring dogs stay leashed at all city parks, with the exception of enclosed dog parks and enclosed areas within parks, which will be created by the city. Owners who take their dogs to Sun Circle Park trust their peers to keep a close eye on their dogs while unleashed and think the pets should be allowed to roam freely. But a second group from the same community believes it's a safety issue and sent commissioners animal control reports from 9 incidents involving unleashed dogs since 2006, one even resulting in the death of a terrier poodle mix. Some are also worried about a nearby pet-free playground.
Maybe if a dog is not kid-friendly or something, and the kid goes and tries to pet the dog and the dog bites him.
The people who have dogs here are responsible for their dogs, that they won't let them off the leash unless they have a sense that they know where the dog is.
Right now, dogs can roam leash-free in all city parks except for 4. And earlier this year, the Parks and Recreation Board recommended that all parks require leashes in order to make the city ordinance more clear. Reporting in Indian Beach, Sapphire Shores, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. And Monday's City Commission meeting will be from 2:30 to 4:30 and then resumes at 6 o'clock following a break. Some other topics on that agenda will include a resolution on a partnership between the city and the Florida Department of Environmental Protection to address the beach erosion on Lido Key, a second reading of that ban on medical marijuana dispensaries, and commissioners will discuss plans for roundabouts on US 41 at 10th and 14th Street, and also a second reading of an ordinance to raise taxes on some downtown businesses. Well, a different kind of dog is drawing local attention here on the Sun Coast. Dog the Bounty Hunter, the reality TV show star, along with his wife Beth, visited Source Church in Bradenton earlier this morning, speaking to the congregation about their own faith. The dog is known for tracking down criminals with outstanding warrants. This week, the Sarasota Police Department arrested more than a dozen people wanted for drug-related crimes. And the bounty hunter shared his thoughts about the importance of cracking down on those narcotics and trafficking charges.
When you stop it at the neck, the head, then it helps, you stop the pusher or the manufacturer. It helps everybody to live a lot safer.
Dog and his wife Beth say they plan to keep returning to the area. In fact, Dog's brother-in-law is a local resident. Well, homelessness continues to be a visible problem in downtown Sarasota, but today many of those individuals are getting a helping hand from a local ministry group. Pace Ministry, based out of Bradenton's Woodland Church, where we're at Five Points Park on Sunday, distributing cold water and hygiene supplies. Leaders from the group say the common items like deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, and feminine products are rarely given to homeless individuals. Those who receive today's help says it's a relief to have someone reach out to them.
Street outreach ministries are very uplifting, especially for homeless people, because you can get to a point where you're afraid to talk to or approach people. So it's really nice to have them reach out to you.
It feels amazing. These people need all the help they can get. So if anybody else ever wants to do this, they'd feel amazing like me.
Pace Ministry tries to perform these type of outreach programs and work every single month. And a taste of the summer on the Sun Coast. Mary Selby Gardens is wrapping up its garden music series today with the band Solar Coaster. Selby Gardens has been hosting these monthly shows since February, and while it's coming to an end, visitors are still enjoying this final show.
We love coming here. We're members. We love it. It's beautiful. You're under the banyans, enjoying the weather, and it's just gorgeous.
Those concerts might be over, but the Gardens offer a variety of other events throughout the year. You can find a full listing on their website, selby.org. And now let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on our local weather. Wendy, good day to go see some gardens?
Oh my goodness, today was a great day. This weekend has been a great weekend for any of your outdoor activities because the rains have been very minimal. We have not seen as many thunderstorms around, but we are starting to see a couple of showers now in pockets around the area. It's 84 degrees right now. Our dew point and humidity levels are in the 70s. Winds are out of the north at around 10 miles per hour, and we are going to continue to see the opportunity for showers over the next hour. Then after 8 o'clock, we're going to be seeing mostly cloudy conditions with our temperatures staying in the 80s. This is what's going on right now on radar. You can see these showers that are developing. Charlotte County getting some stronger rains, and then we've been seeing the showers here across parts of Sarasota and Manatee County. This is where the heaviest rains have been taking place right now, up around the Manatee County areas, and those will be burning on out. And then we're also going to be looking at Invest number 95. That is developed smack dab in the middle of the Atlantic. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. We have some new developments tonight on that massive sinkhole devouring a Land O'Lakes neighborhood. Residents and officials are worried about how everything now floating in that giant sinkhole could impact local drinking water. Today, cameras also captured the moments when one of the families who lost their house returned to see what was left. ABC's Chuck Sievertson reports.
A sad and unfulfilling homecoming for Teresa Villa.
We're doing very bad, very bad.
Villa returning to her neighborhood 2 days after a massive sinkhole opened up under her home in Pasco County, Florida, destroying the house.
Everything is lost. All we could save in time was my grandparents' ashes.
They wanted to just check and see if anything could be salvaged from the part of the house still above ground. Sadly,
I know you want to get stuff. I cannot allow you to do it right now.
Although the 225-foot wide sinkhole has stopped expanding, officials are worried about how the ground is settling, impacting the remaining foundation.
My simple fear is if we move 50 pounds, 100 pounds of something one way or the other, it may cause that to completely go.
As a few other families are allowed to return to nearby homes, Villa has a warning for her neighbors.
To the community, I warn them that they should be very careful because all of that is infected.
She's talking about the water in the sinkhole, now mixing with toxic debris, chemicals, and sewage.
We're going to do 20 random samplings starting tomorrow morning to test our water at our environmental lab, bring those results back, and inform the neighborhood of what their water quality is.
Experts say the risk of contamination is low.
We need to have peace of mind if we're going to stay here.
For Villa's family, that decision is already made. They won't be coming back to Ocean Pine Drive.
No, never again. I don't want anything more to do with this because it will bring me bad memories.
Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
We certainly hope the worst is now over up in that community. In other news, law enforcement across Florida and 4 other southeastern states are launching a week-long program tomorrow to reduce the number of accidents and traffic deaths. Operation Southern Shield will be an effort to stop drivers from speeding, not wearing seatbelts, driving while distracted, or driving impaired. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is providing grants to help State Highway Patrol put more troopers on the roads. The campaign coincides with an increased number of drivers on the roadways this summer. And here's an example of just how dangerous highways can be. An Orlando man and father of 3 narrowly escaping death this morning on I-4 after a 7,000-pound metal pipe fell onto his van. FHP says this recycling truck carrying scrap metal overturned on the beach line, sending the pipe down 40 feet.
I've seen crushed cars before, but like nothing in this kind of circumstance where like they were up on a upper, bridge or whatever, and it rolled out of the container and crushed a car. I mean, that's, 1 in a million shot.
The man in that van, Jesus Escobar, escaped with only minor scratches to his head. The driver of the truck was ticketed for careless driving. And now to a crash outside Gainesville that took the life of a bass player and left 7 others injured. Florida Highway Patrol reports David Zaboldowski died after his band's RV was hit by a tractor trailer. The 36-year-old musician played with Trans-Siberian Orchestra in the past and was touring with the metal band Adrenaline Mob. One victim is listed in critical condition and the rest are in serious. The driver of the tractor trailer did not suffer any injuries and charges are pending as that investigation continues. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a historic low. New approval ratings are out for President Trump, and he's not taking them in stride. Find out what he's saying about the poll. Plus, the youngest gold medalist in X Games history. Find out what this 13-year-old skateboarder is saying about her victory.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is accepting calls to see if you're eligible to enroll now. You may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're eligible to enroll and may be able to get extra benefits now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
Race is at the forefront of people's minds right now. So is tolerance and equality, and that tends to be, or that seems to be what's cutting down to the issue of these monuments.
New debates over old symbols. A monument to the Confederacy sits outside the Manatee County Courthouse. Should it be on public land? I'm Alan Cohn. Heritage versus hate will debate.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
Welcome back. Now for a look at what's going on around the country. New polling is out today on President Trump's job performance, and it comes as the White House continues to deal with this Russia investigation and that battle to repeal and replace Obamacare. ABC's David Wright has the latest.
A new grim snapshot of where the president stands in the public's view, courtesy of our ABC News Washington Post poll. The poll shows Trump off to the worst start of any president since polling began. His approval rating 6 months into the job at just 36%. Trump's reaction? Almost 40% is not bad at this time, but his tweet inflates the number. The poll also shows 63% of Americans think that mystery meeting between Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, and Paul Manafort and a Russian lawyer was inappropriate.
This is about as clear evidence you could find of intent by the campaign
to collude with the Russians.
Donald Trump Jr. himself said things should have been done differently. Having said that, again, none of that is violation of the law. That's more process.
The developments in the Russia investigation are all but eclipsing the president's agenda, including his #1 campaign promise.
We are going to repeal and replace Obamacare.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is now once again delaying the Senate health care vote, this time until Senator John McCain recovers from surgery.
You know, I think the longer the bill's out there, the more conservative Republicans are going to discover that it's not repeal.
Senators Rand Paul and Susan Collins, both solid no votes.
I would estimate that there are about 8 to 10 Republican senators who have deep concerns.
Our poll shows Americans favoring the Affordable Care Act over the Republican plan by a 2-to-1 margin. One bright spot for Trump, Americans seem to have a pretty low opinion of the Democrats, too. Only 37% say the party stands for something. Half say it only stands against Trump. David Wright, ABC News, Bedminster, New Jersey.
And now to some severe weather plaguing the western U.S. In Santa Barbara, California. A fast-moving wildfire continues to grow. The Whittier fire consuming more than 18,000 acres, and right now it is only 36% contained. That's down from 52% on Friday night. More than 1,600 firefighters are currently battling that blaze, which has forced hundreds of people to evacuate. And in Arizona, where at least 7 people have been confirmed dead following a flash flooding at a swimming hole. A search operation continues to try and find 3 people who are still missing. The flash flood happened at Cold Springs, where more than 100 people were visiting after a while a severe thunderstorm hit. At least 4 people have been rescued from the water. The National Weather Service is issuing flash flood alerts for much of Arizona until tomorrow night.
That's something.
Yeah.
They said it was a 6-foot wall of water that came and swept 30 people away into the water. And they've got all these thunderstorms there. It's monsoonal rains out there. And then, of course, we've got the very hot weather out in where all the fires are taking place out in California.
2 just forces of nature taking over right there.
And the whole West is really being affected, and all that heat is going to be moving into the central part of the country. For us, well, look, I mean, it's picture perfect out there. Isn't that gorgeous? Hardly a cloud in the sky if you're looking out towards the west. We've had some showers, though, that have cropped up around Charlotte County and also parts of Manatee and Sarasota County, but they are very widely scattered and isolated at this point. Temperatures today, because we didn't have a whole lot in the way of rainfall, 93. That was our daytime high, way, well, above normal, but not a record. And we're also looking at 75 for the overnight low last night. And right now, it's 84 degrees. We've had showers and rain reported at the airport, thunderstorms and rain reported at the airport. And of course, we're looking at dew point humidity levels are on the high side, with those winds coming in out of the north right now at around 10 miles per hour. The rain for most of the day has been absent, and it's only been in the latter part of the afternoon that we started to see these showers forming. And you can see, especially around Charlotte County, they're getting the lion's share of it right here along I-75 and everything moving off towards the west. Showers across parts of Sarasota and Manatee County have also not been terribly numerous throughout the day, and you can see that they're now moving off towards the west as well, and they're dying down as they do so. Our chances for rain for the next several hours are going to stay on the low side, 10 to 20% chance. And we're also seeing that drier air that we've had sitting on top of us start to go away. So we're starting to see a little bit more moisture beginning to come in from all directions, and that means we're going to see our rain chances increasing over the next couple of days. So the rain for tomorrow is going to stay at a 30% chance, but then beginning on Tuesday through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to see it back up to about a 50% chance. And as we head on out into the Atlantic, and again, it's just right in the middle of the Atlantic, we're looking at Invest number 95. It's moving towards the west, winds now at 30 miles per hour, and it's going to continue on that track. This is what it looks like on our satellite, and this is what the spaghetti models are showing it's going to stay towards the west and for the most part stay down to the south. At least most of the models are showing that. Over the next 5 days, there's a 40% chance of development. Over the next 2 days, there's only a 20% chance. But we're going to be keeping our eyes on it so that you can be kept aware and what's going on with that system. For boaters tomorrow, winds out of the southeast at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet. And over the next several days, we go from a 30% chance of rain tomorrow to a 50% chance for the rest of the week. Adam?
Now, sports.
Roger Federer won his first Wimbledon title 14 years ago, and today, as a 35-year-old father of 4, Federer had a chance to win for a record 8th time at the All England Club. Federer and Marin Cilic squaring off in the men's singles final. Cilic beat Roger back in 2014 in the U.S. Open semifinal. First set, Federer locking it up. Federer won the first set, locked up the second with that ace, and in the third set, another ace. And that locks up history. The future Hall of Famer overwhelmed with emotion in that moment. First men's player to ever win 8 times in London's historic tournament.
Wimbledon was always my favorite tournament, will always be my favorite tournament. And my heroes walked the grounds here and walked the courts here. And because of them, I think I became a better player too. So to mark history here at Wimbledon really means a lot to me.
And here's a fun moment after the match. Federer's twin boys, Lenny and Leo, lightening the moment with some silly faces during Dad's post-match interview. Well, there was more history out at the X Games last night. Brighton Zoyner is now the youngest athlete to ever win gold at that event. Here's ABC's Rob Marciano with more.
Brighton Zoyner becomes the youngest to ever win an X Games gold medal.
13-year-old Brighton Zoyner making history overnight, winning gold in the women's skateboard park category at the X Games.
A performance for the ages.
Zoyner beating out competitors almost twice her age, just days after her birthday.
This was the best birthday in my entire life, and I will never forget this, and I cannot wait to go celebrate.
And the X Games gold medal winner is still starstruck.
I used to look up to all these girls, and now skating and competing with them is definitely something I've always dreamed about.
Brighton started skating at 8, inspired by her brother.
I always looked up to my brother, and you know, he has great taste in skateboarding. He's just helped me a lot, and I love him.
And as for her future, no plans for retirement yet.
I'm gonna be skateboarding my whole life until I can't skateboard anymore.
Yeah, what were some of us doing at 13? We have more to come right here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Monday at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Researchers say they've developed a better way of scanning our hearts to predict our risk of heart attack or stroke.
We'll tell you how a new imaging method could save lives Monday on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
As we enter into a new work week, we'll take a look at our rain chances and let you know whether they're going up or down.
Monday at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make. Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Tonight, it's a chance at a real treat for residents from New York to Washington State. NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center saying a geomagnet storm could be bringing a spectacular light show to the North U.S. The Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights, could be visible starting at 11 o'clock tonight. These lights are visible when electrons and protons in the Earth's magnetic field collide with neutral atoms in the atmosphere. I think, Wendy, maybe you could correct me on that.
Sounds
and if
good.
you're wondering where the name Aurora comes from, it is the Roman goddess of dawn.
Oh.
So there's a little education for you at the end
Those
of the
pictures
show.
were absolutely magnificent.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen it, but I just
I
think
know.
that
Down here,
oh,
we're
I
probably
would
not going
love
to see much of it, but enjoy it up there. Maybe FaceTime us down here if it's happening tonight. Love to check it out.